Do you ever feel like life is passing you by while you wait for the right moment? What if the power to transform your destiny lies entirely within you? If only you dared to own your moment, be relentless, and truly know yourself. Imagine living with unshakable purpose, flowing like water through change, acting decisively instead of just talking, rising through discipline, and leaving a legacy that outlives you. Today is not a rehearsal. It is the battlefield where dreams are forged into reality. Will you step forward and make your life matter? Life waits for no one. You cannot bargain with time, you cannot plead for more hours, and you cannot reclaim the moments you let slip by. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. So why do we hesitate? Why do we convince ourselves that tomorrow is the better time, that next week is when we will finally begin? The truth is, tomorrow is an illusion. The only reality is this moment, right here, right now. If you want to change your life, if you want to leave a mark on this world, you must own this moment fully. Do not whisper promises to yourself. Do not plan endlessly while life slips through your fingers. Act. Move, breathe purpose into your actions. Too often, people wait for perfect conditions, for circumstances to align, for fear to fade. But perfect conditions do not exist, and fear will always be present if you allow it. The question is not whether you feel ready. The question is whether you will step forward anyway. Fear is not your enemy, hesitation is. Fear sharpens your awareness, teaches you, warns you, but hesitation paralyzes. Do not let it. When you act decisively, even imperfectly, the world begins to shift around you. Opportunities appear, doors open, and life itself begins to respond to your courage. To own your moment is to take responsibility for your existence. Stop blaming the world. Stop waiting for others to create your path. Every choice, every action you take shapes your destiny. The small moments, the decision to rise early, to speak honestly, to push through fatigue. These are not small at all. They are the threads from which the fabric of a meaningful life is woven. Do not underestimate their power. Life is built on accumulation. Small actions compounded over time. And the first action must begin now. Remember, life is fleeting, fragile, and unpredictable. You cannot rewind. You cannot pause. You cannot stop the current of time. So immerse yourself in it. Embrace it fully. When you seize the moment, you are alive. Not merely existing, but living with intention, with fire, with unwavering presence. This is how you honor your life, how you claim it as your own, and how you transform mere existence into greatness. Do not wait, do not postpone, start now. Life will test you. It will throw obstacles in your path, challenges that seem insurmountable, moments when every part of you wants to give up. But strength is not born in comfort. It is forged in struggle. To achieve anything of value, you must be relentless. You must refuse to yield to compromise, to let setbacks define you. Every failure, every rejection, every fall is an invitation to rise stronger, to push further, to prove to yourself that your spirit cannot be broken. Do not mistake difficulty for defeat. Difficulty is simply a measurement of how much you truly desire something. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But the path to greatness is never smooth. It is jagged, steep, and unyielding. You will stumble. You will doubt. And yet, if you refuse to stop, if you continue to move forward even when the world says you cannot, you will discover a power within yourself that is limitless. Relentlessness is not mere stubbornness. It is clarity of purpose combined with unwavering action. The moment you decide to quit is the moment you give life the power to define you. Do not hand over your destiny so easily. Instead, rise every time you fall. Persist when it feels hopeless. Persist when your body screams for rest. When your mind tells you to settle. When others mock your effort. Each step you take against resistance strengthens your resolve. Each small victory compounds into momentum. You will learn that persistence is contagious, that it commands respect, and that it transforms fear into fuel. To be relentless is also to be disciplined in your mind. Do not let distractions, doubts, or excuses derail you. Focus like a laser on the path you have chosen. When you commit fully, you invite life to meet you with opportunities. Doors will appear where there seem to be walls. The world bends toward action, not words. Action fueled by relentless determination has a force that cannot be ignored. Remember this: the journey is not only about the destination. It is about who you become in the process. The relentless person does not merely survive. They evolve. They cultivate resilience, courage, and an unshakable belief in their ability to overcome. There is no shortcut, no magic, no luck. Only effort, repeated over and over, without hesitation, without complaint, without compromise. Do not wait for conditions to be favorable. Do not wait for motivation to strike. Be relentless in pursuit of what matters, and the world will have no choice but to yield to your will. Rise, persist, conquer. Before you can conquer the world, you must first conquer yourself. Too many people search outward for answers, for validation, for direction, while neglecting the most important landscape, the one inside them. Your mind, your heart, your spirit, they are the foundation of everything you do. If you do not know who you are, if you do not understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your desires, and your fears, how can you hope to navigate life with clarity and purpose? Self-knowledge is not optional, it is essential. Look within. Observe your thoughts not as judgments, but as truths waiting to be understood. What drives you? What holds you back? What do you fear losing more than anything else? These questions may be uncomfortable, but discomfort is the path to growth. The person who knows themselves does not react blindly to circumstances. They respond with intention. They do not allow fear or pride or anger to dictate their actions. They act with precision, with awareness, and with authenticity. Do not confuse self-knowledge with arrogance. To know yourself is not to think you are above others. It is to understand yourself deeply, to recognize both your power and your limitations. Only then can you build on your strengths and correct your weaknesses. Only then can you make choices that align with your true path, rather than the path others impose on you. Life is full of noise, full of distractions, full of expectations from the world. If you are not rooted in yourself, you will be pulled in 1,000 directions and lose sight of your purpose. Knowing yourself also means embracing your potential. Many people settle because they do not believe in what they are capable of. They underestimate their ability to endure, to create, to achieve. When you know yourself, you discover reservoirs of strength you never imagined existed. You learn to trust your instincts, to follow your intuition, to act decisively even in uncertainty. You become like water, fluid, adaptable, and unstoppable, because you understand the contours of your own mind and heart. Reflection is key. Take time each day to examine your actions, your reactions, your desires. Seek clarity, not comfort. Ask hard questions and be honest with the answers. The more you understand yourself, the less the world can manipulate you, and the more your life aligns with your purpose. True mastery begins with self-mastery. Do not waste energy trying to become someone else. Do not chase illusions of identity that others have created for you. Own who you are fully, unapologetically. The moment you truly know yourself, you gain a power no one can take away, a clarity no challenge can obscure, and a freedom no obstacle can limit. Look within, know yourself, then move forward with absolute confidence. Do not drift through life as if you are a leaf on the wind, carried by circumstance, by habit, by the expectations of others. To live without purpose is to exist without direction, to move without meaning. Every action, every thought, every choice must be guided by intention. Purpose is not a distant goal or a vague dream. It is the fire that ignites your actions, the compass that directs your steps, the force that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Without it, even the greatest talent or strength will falter. Ask yourself, why do you do what you do? What drives you to rise each morning, to endure hardship, to keep moving forward when the world resists you? If you cannot answer these questions clearly, you are drifting. Clarity of purpose gives you focus. It cuts through distraction, through fear, through doubt. It sharpens your decisions, giving them precision. It turns struggle into progress and effort into achievement. Purpose is not found in comfort or ease. It is discovered in action, in testing yourself, in pursuing what matters most despite uncertainty. Many waste their lives chasing what society says is important. Wealth, recognition, approval. These are illusions. True purpose comes from within. It is aligned with your deepest values, your passions, your sense of what is right and meaningful. It is what makes your heart beat faster, your mind sharper, and your spirit alive. Living with purpose also demands courage. To commit fully to a path requires that you face the unknown, that you risk failure, that you challenge the habits and expectations that hold you back. The person with purpose does not seek safety. They seek significance. They do not wait for permission. They act boldly. Purpose gives meaning to struggle and transforms obstacles into opportunities. When you know why you move, every hardship becomes a teacher, every setback a lesson, every challenge a chance to grow. Purpose is also contagious. When you live with clarity and passion, you inspire others, whether you intend to or not. Your actions ripple outward, affecting everyone around you. But first, it begins with self-honesty. Know what you value. Know what you are willing to fight for. Know the life you refuse to settle for. Then align every thought, every action, every decision with that truth. Do not wait for life to hand you direction. Do not settle for drifting along a path chosen by others. Take control. Define your purpose, embrace it, and let it guide every step you take. When you live with purpose, life stops being a series of random events and becomes a deliberate, powerful journey. Each day is a chance to act meaningfully, to leave an impact, to grow stronger, wiser, and more alive. Decide today, choose purpose, let it shape everything you do. Life is never static. The world moves, circumstances shift, people change, and time flows without pause. To resist this natural current is to invite suffering. Too many fight against change, cling to what is comfortable, and fear the unknown. But strength, growth, and mastery are born in adaptation. To truly live, you must embrace change not as an enemy, but as a teacher, a guide, and a force that can elevate you beyond what you ever imagined. Be like water. Water does not fight the shape of the container it fills. It flows, it adapts, it moves effortlessly through obstacles. Yet water is powerful. It can carve mountains, cross deserts, and sustain life. So too must you be flexible in mind and spirit. Life will confront you with situations you cannot control, and people will challenge you in ways you never anticipated. To survive, and more importantly, to thrive, you must adjust, adapt, and move forward with resilience and grace. Resistance will break you, flow will strengthen you. Change is often uncomfortable. It forces you to step out of familiar patterns, to confront uncertainty, to let go of security. But discomfort is where transformation begins. When you allow yourself to bend without breaking, to shift without losing your essence, you discover strength that is unshakable. Change tests your courage, your discipline, your clarity of purpose. Every obstacle reshapes you. Every shift teaches you something new about yourself and the world. Embrace it, and you turn challenges into opportunities. Do not cling to the past or to who you once were. The life you lived yesterday cannot be repeated, and tomorrow will demand a new version of you. Growth requires shedding the old, even when it is painful, and stepping boldly into the unknown. People fear change because it forces them to confront themselves. Yet those who embrace it, those who flow with life instead of resisting it, become unstoppable. They are resilient, resourceful, and fully alive. Embracing change also means seeing opportunity where others see endings. Every shift carries potential, a chance to learn, to improve, to redefine your path. Life is not a static script. It is a dynamic dance, and those who move with it are the ones who thrive. Your ability to adapt becomes your power, your edge, your advantage in a world that never stands still. Do not resist what comes. Do not fear the unfamiliar. Meet change with openness, with courage, with awareness. Let it shape you without controlling you. Let it refine your mind, test your spirit, and elevate your life. In the flow of change, you will find freedom, strength, and the unstoppable force of someone fully alive. Flow with life, adapt, transform. Words are easy, anyone can speak. Anyone can promise, plan, or dream. But words alone do not shape reality. Words without action are empty. They are illusions, distractions from what truly matters. You may talk about what you will achieve, what you will change, what you will become. But until you move, until you act, they are meaningless. Life does not reward intention alone. It rewards execution, persistence, and tangible effort. Action is the language of reality. When you act, you assert your presence in the world. You demonstrate your values, your commitment, and your courage. The person who moves decisively, even imperfectly, is already ahead of the one who only plans. Hesitation, doubt, and endless discussion create only stagnation. Ideas and intentions are powerless until they are brought to life through action. Your future is written not in promises, but in steps taken, risks faced, and effort invested. Do not be seduced by preparation or perfection. Many wait for the right time, the perfect moment, or the ideal conditions. But there is no perfect time. Conditions will never be flawless. Motivation will wax and wane. The difference between success and failure lies in the willingness to act now, with what you have where you are. Small, consistent actions compound into progress. They build skill, confidence, and momentum. Words alone cannot create that. Action also demands courage. To act is to risk failure, to expose yourself, to confront the unknown. But failure is not defeat. Inaction is. Every attempt, even if flawed, teaches, refines, and strengthens you. The person who acts learns faster, grows faster, and moves closer to mastery. Words are shadows. Action is light. Let your life be defined by what you do, not by what you say. Observe the world around you. Those who speak the loudest are not always the strongest, the wisest, or the most successful. Observe those who quietly move, consistently apply effort, and persist despite obstacles. They are the ones who shape reality. Their impact is visible, undeniable, and lasting. Let this be your example. Let your deeds, not your speech, carve your path and define your legacy. Remember, action is not just about doing. It is about doing with intention, focus, and integrity. Every movement must align with your purpose. Every effort must serve your growth. This is how you transform potential into reality, dreams into results, and vision into accomplishment. Stop talking, start doing, let your actions speak, and let them resonate louder than any words ever could. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you aspire to become. Talent, desire, and dreams are nothing without discipline. They flicker like sparks in the wind, bright for a moment, then gone. Discipline is the steady flame that endures, that pushes you forward when motivation fades, when energy wanes, and when excuses threaten to take hold. It is the backbone of mastery, the force that shapes potential into excellence. Do not confuse discipline with rigidity or punishment. It is not a chain that binds you. It is a tool that frees you. It frees you from chaos, from distraction, from the weakness of inconsistency. It teaches control over your body, your mind, your emotions, and your actions. Without discipline, your talents will scatter, your plans will falter, and your life will drift in mediocrity. With discipline, even the most modest abilities become formidable. Discipline demands commitment every single day. There are no shortcuts, no hacks, no substitutes. Every action, every habit, every choice compounds over time. The person who trains consistently, even when tired, even when unmotivated, will surpass those who rely on bursts of inspiration alone. Discipline is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream about it. It is a practice, a lifestyle, a mindset that must be embraced fully. True discipline is also self-honesty. It is recognizing where you fall short, where you waste time, where you allow comfort to dominate growth. It is the courage to confront your weaknesses and the persistence to improve them relentlessly. It is not punishment, but precision. A commitment to refine, strengthen, and elevate yourself continuously. Every challenge faced, every discomfort endured, every routine maintained builds not just skill, but character. Discipline is not a solitary pursuit. It impacts every aspect of your life. It teaches patience in progress, resilience in setbacks, and clarity in chaos. It transforms the way you think, the way you act, and the way you perceive the world. Those who cultivate discipline do not rely on fleeting luck or circumstance. They create their own path, shape their own destiny, and define their own success. Understand this: discipline is not a burden. It is empowerment. It gives you control over your choices, over your habits, and ultimately over your life. When you rise through discipline, you rise beyond excuses, beyond fear, beyond limitation. You become unstoppable because your mind, body, and spirit are aligned with purpose, and your actions follow without hesitation. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for circumstances to be ideal. Cultivate discipline today. Train your mind, strengthen your habits, and commit fully to the path you have chosen. Discipline is not temporary. It is a lifelong companion on the road to mastery. Master your habits. Master yourself. Life is fleeting. Days pass like water through your fingers, and one day, the world will no longer hear your voice, see your actions, or feel your presence. But the impact you leave, your legacy lives on. To leave a legacy is not about fame, wealth, or recognition. It is about the mark you make on others, the inspiration you ignite, and the values you embody. It is the extension of your life through influence, teaching, and action that outlasts your own existence. Ask yourself, what will people remember about you when you are gone? Will they recall your excuses, your hesitations, your unfulfilled potential? Or will they remember your courage, your perseverance, your refusal to settle for mediocrity? A legacy is not granted. It is created, moment by moment, choice by choice. Every act of integrity, every effort to uplift others, every moment you push beyond your limits contributes to the story you leave behind. Leaving a legacy begins with intentional living. You must live consciously, aware that every word, every gesture, every decision ripples outward. How you treat others, how you face challenges, how you embody your principles. All of it shapes the world long after you have moved on. Small acts of courage and kindness are the seeds of enduring influence. Do not underestimate them. One person's consistent commitment to excellence and authenticity can transform the lives of countless others. A legacy is also about inspiring others to rise. True impact is not measured by what you achieve alone, but by how you empower those around you to achieve as well. Mentor, teach, and lead by example. Show others the strength of resilience, the power of focus, and the freedom that comes from embracing purpose. When others see your life lived fully, they are compelled to live fully themselves. This is the essence of leaving a mark on the world. Understand that legacy is built in the ordinary, everyday moments, not just the grand gestures. It is your consistent effort, your unwavering discipline, your courage to act, and your commitment to purpose that forms the lasting impression. Life is not about fleeting victories. It is about lasting influence. Even the smallest ripple can grow into a wave that carries far beyond your reach. Do not live solely for yourself. Do not measure your life only in personal gain. Consider the effect of your choices on the people, the world, and the future you touch. Live in a way that your existence resonates with meaning, that your actions inspire growth, and that your values continue to echo long after you are gone. Strive to leave the world better than you found it. Shape lives, inspire courage, and illuminate the path for others. In doing so, you achieve a form of immortality not through memory alone, but through the living influence of your life. Live fully, act with purpose, leave a legacy,